Welcome back. Salute to the wolves. Shout out to the ninjas. So, I was watching this video yesterday, and it concurred a lot of things to myself about myself. But I was watching it to, get information to explain to my viewers and people that may not see these things about how a lot of men or women that we have these problems with in life, these petty arguments and these rivalries, it's because they're children mentally still. Like, people only see the outer layer of everyone, and it's implanted in you. If you don't look like a kid, you're not a kid. You get it? You get treated what you look like. So a man can look like he's in control and he's masculine, he's patient or whatever. You can look like things. Doesn't mean you are. So as I'm watching this philosophy and I'm breaking it down in my mind, like, oh yeah, we're not going to do this one like we do all the other ones live and stop the video, and nah, we're going to watch this, think about it, and then do it. So you get when you know what's the next thing's going to be said, then you particularly won't say it. Like me, I find myself, when I watch videos with you guys and it's going straight forward, it's a video and it's both of us are seeing it for the first time together, or listening to it, and I give my honest opinion, and a lot of times I see myself giving the answers they're giving in a video, and I don't like that. Makes me just, I don't like that. Anyway, so as it was explaining a lot about why adults get stuck in these ways, and it's not just to do with fighting. It was a lot to do with how people live their life and how people handle certain situations. I was gonna make it for my young wolves that have no father. I was gonna title it something like that, because these pillars in our life serve purposes, whether people believe it or not. And when one is absent and you don't make up for it, the kids are going to suffer, period. So we're in a time and era of, sound the horns, my dad is in the building. We're in a time and era where most people don't have a father. And I lived where I've seen it on a different level. Like, you know how everybody goes, ha ha ha, you gotta be a beta male simp if you didn't have a father. Only fucking weak ass mothers. And I watched one of the strongest men that bred fucking alpha into me. As a kid, as a boy, you always will follow someone. You're gonna mimic somebody. Whoever you think the coolest is, or whatever you think whatever you want to be. See, I ain't have no father and no, uncles that I wanted to look up to. I had them, but I wasn't trying to be what they was. And so, wanted honor, wanted respect more than money and power. It lasts longer. Anyway, it went really deep into the effects of not only just having the absence of a father, and how it makes a man or woman childlike if your mom's not teaching you these things, how to break through life and how to just get the fuck up and do certain things, and you coddle them, and like you all hear these things, but when you hear it's in philosophy and you understand that that's ancient, then you'll understand that ain't fucking new. spoiled little brats that think they're gonna be something one day and they're never gonna grow up to be nothing ain't no. Poor people thinking they're gonna inspire to be the king. That ain't nothing new. A generation of idiots is nothing new. See, that's what allows me to have the confidence to say and do the things that I do. Because I know no one knows better. You know, we're in a new era, but people are living an old way. So you don't know exactly what to do because you're still trying to live out the old dynamic. Those days are done. We have these problems now and more coming. So as I was listening to this and getting a lot of information and looking back upon my own life on people doing things to me and allowing me to be like, you know what? Yeah, don't be mad about that because look, that he fits that perfect description of someone that, you know, just you couldn't. They're not your enemies. They're just fucking. They got nothing else to do. So they gotta make an enemy. That's what a kid does. Man don't want enemies. Kids want enemies. So everybody can look at them and they have something to talk about. Man wants to be left alone to his own devices and make friends. Men don't want to have enemies. Men want to get the enemy out of their fucking way or get away from their enemies. They don't want to be. They want to get this shit over with or they leave, you know? There's no, because we don't have time for that. It's either going to happen, there's nothing I can do, or I'm going to go my own way because this argument, this fight, this whatever it is, it's not going to do nothing for me. I'm not going to gain nothing proving you're an idiot. I'm not going to gain nothing proving you're trying to fucking just get a rise out of me and shit, you know? That's why the Bible said it's best not to argue with fools because from far away, nobody knows who the fucking fool is. You just see two people arguing. And fools are very good, babies, immature, children-ass people. Of course they're gonna get you mad. They've been fucking... Just because you're child-minded doesn't mean you're not smart. A child-minded person will pay attention to everything about you, psychologically profile you, and then they know how to make you get mad or happy or sad or whatever they want you to be. That's fucking, you know, genius shit. A lot of narcissists and a lot of fucking people that do these things, they could excel at being a fucking detective. They could excel that fucking, they could have opened their own businesses and shit on how to fucking read people and tell people about like, yo, your husband's cheating. Oh, you don't believe me? Alright, let me point out this, and this. Now go look for this, and this. Because I used to do it. Duh. Who would you rather learn from? A narcissist or a person that, I went to school for narcissism. You don't fucking know what it really is, though. You don't live this shit. You don't know. A survivor becoming a therapist for narcissism, then that makes sense because they've been through the field. They have personal details. They can describe the aura, the feelings, the words they're gonna use, you know, and that gives people that go through it understanding so they can grow the fuck up, get over it. Anyway, it's always good. I like the way the Lord always, or maybe myself, when I go to show people things, it's because it's things that I'm working on or worked on. And through all my working on anything and everything, all these years, when I listened to that from beginning to end, well, not to the end, I was laying down, I don't know, I kind of fell asleep. And it was just like I seen a lot of myself and all the years that I've been fighting against certain things. I'm like, yeah, you are smart for doing what you're doing. You're right. And it don't matter about how much you actually reach that level because one, no one's perfect, you know, and then two, there's many other people out here like that. So we're all maturing in a lot of ways, you know? And that's just due to growth. You have to grow up eventually, and even if you get tricked or you believe the bullshit games, you could do things and get away with it, life will show you the reality eventually. So, and that's why people, before they die, they write books and make videos and all these things warning people that are coming before them. Like, yo, you could play around all you want, but if you don't face your demons, if you don't grow up, when you hear somebody just talking, it's one thing. When you hear people that you would actually respect for no reason off the title, because of paperwork, like a psychologist, shit like that. When you hear them say these things, and they're not using big ass words like they're in a lecture, no, they're just talking to you like I am. They're just not animated. They're not, Well, you're going to hear the same shit, and then you could believe it. Then you can see how much power you have, how much power you don't. And how, if you're a woman especially, don't have kids when you're young. It destroys you. Kids are a beautiful thing, but a young woman, if you're not married and you have a kid, you're done. You're done for. You're done. Because you always talk this, I want to be with a man my age. No man your age young is going to have enough to take care of a kid. The stress of him not being able to take care of that kid is going to weigh on you. You're going to judge him. Then other men that have money can lie to you and say, I'll take care of you. You look so adorable and I got monies. And then you'll attract all of them. Then you'll believe the dumbass lie that all these other women get told, and you got a baby now mad niggas want you, and you're young. No, mad niggas know you're vulnerable and you're an idiot, and all they gotta do is dangle meat in front of you. The car, the money, the upgrade your boyfriend's working on, but you won't stay there long enough, And women get mad and be like, I can't wait around. You shouldn't have had his baby. You wouldn't have had to wait around for him to mature and be a man. That's the fucking reality of it. Is just like being with a man for a long time and all this. Listen, we all don't get fantasy lives, and mistakes do happen. That's why I don't rag everybody and say you're just bad just because you made that mistake. Now you're bad when you don't, one, try to make up for it. Two, not realize now you have a life form. You have the little you in your hands. And if you're going to just do the same thing as what other people did, well, you're going to get the same results. This lottery ticket life, this fake ass, I'm going to make a come up for no reason. I'm going to suck niggas dry. And never seen a chick really come up off that unless she was actually prostituting herself. And, meeting the ballers and saving the money. I ain't going to act like there's not women that, But those are the same women that are, not all of them maybe, I don't know, I haven't met all of them. But I don't meet any women that can take a lot of sausages and not get beat up and see crazy things and hear all this emotional, crazy baggage shit that these men are sleeping with them have, and all these fucking things that'll make you look at life and men as nothing. And then you get back out in the real world to retire and go be with a man, and you don't like any men because you're like, I only met the weirdos. Well, that's the environment you put yourself in. That's where weirdos are at. Get it? See, women don't get it. You will fucking be like, I went through all this life and I don't know how to find a good man. It's because you know where all the weirdos are. You know where all the people that fuck you are. You know all those spots, don't you? But you don't sound the horns. My daddy's in the building. Just like men. We're on the reverse. We're to blame too, We can't find you good women, We're in the house, you're in the house. The ones that are reforming, they don't know where to look. Or they got reformed and they don't know where to look. It's just so many variables. And I realize you just gotta sit back and enjoy the show, Like, unless you're gonna make effort towards something, and put down these petty society differences and just go with what's, if you know you need to mature. If you know you need a man, go get a fucking man. If you know you need a woman, go get a woman. you know? The one that is gonna help and work with you, you know? And I think a lot of people, not everybody, has the option to do this. Like, I'm talking about the people that, you know, you've been around the block already. You just got, you know, a little hurt or whatever, and you're done with doing that dumb shit now for a while. You getting your shit together. Get your shit together. Finish getting your shit together, you know. Don't waste your time looking for them while you're trying to get your money right, because I don't care if a woman loves you or not. If you're broke and you ain't have nothing, like what, why, you know, she's not gonna stay. Some are, it's called loyalty. They'll actually be like, well, I got it, you know, don't worry about it, get back on your feet. But a lot of women, like I said, they go through these things with these men most of their lives, not realizing you were supposed to do that with the man you wanted to be with, the good man. But you did that with the bad boys that wanted to make flips and all this other fucking dumb shit. And now you don't have trust. You don't have, I'm going to give this up for my man and my life. You have, I'm only going to give to myself, because when I give to niggas, this is why women need to wait a little bit more. And this is why men need to, you know, build a little bit more before we even get in relationships. They always say it's not an important thing. We shouldn't worry about money. It's not the money. It's the security of actually, you know, having a home and knowing someone's gonna try their best to fucking keep it. That's what it is. Like the rest, you know, it's for those women that want that, and there's other women that don't. All love, all praise to the Most High.